Turn towards the straight for the first time. Limestone Lad is stretching on now into a lead of over a dozen lengths. Istabraq's in second, then a gap of 5 lengths to Nomadic, and behind Nomadic in fourth place is Master Bevel, and behind Master Bevel is Derry Moyle as they swing into the straight heading towards the second flight. Limestone Lad bowling along clear of Istabraq in second, then Nomadic, Master Bevel in four, and Derry Moyle in rear. Over the second, Limestone Lad clear, Istabraq in second, then Nomadic. Behind Nomadic is Master Bevel and Derry Moyle and Jason Titley bringing up the rear as they come down to the flight of hurls before the stands. Limestone Lad jumps it well, clear, over a dozen lengths in front of Istabraq in second, Nomadic three, then Master Bevel and Derry Moyle as they come past the stands and go up to the winning post for the first time. Limestone Lad, the leader, about 15 lengths in front of Istabraq. Behind Istabraq, Nomadic is in third place as they go right-handed past the stands. Limestone Lad, the leader, followed in second place by Istabraq, a good 15 lengths between them, 6 to 7 lengths back to Nomadic as they start the uphill run. They're going towards flight number 4 now, and Limestone Lad stretching the lead all the time, a good 20 in front now. In second place is Istabraq, and then a gap of 6 or 7 lengths to Nomadic. Behind Nomadic, Master Bevel and Derry Moyle is in rear. Going now towards the next, which is flight number 5. And Limestone Lad over 15 lengths clear. Istabraq's in second. Istabraq in turn 6 to 7 clear to Nomadic. And then comes Master Bevel and Derry Moyle is the leader. As they go to the next, Limestone Lad clear. Istabraq wasn't all that good at the previous flight, jumps out a bit better. Nomadic's in third, and then Master Bevel and Derry Moyle brings up the rear. They've reached the top of the hill now, and they have a long run to the next flight, which will be 4 from home. They bypass the flight that's normally positioned at the bottom of the hill, and Limestone Lad has a commanding lead. Istabraq's in second. Charlie Swan looking behind him, sees he's got Nomadic 6 to 7 lengths adrift, then Master Bevel, and struggling at the back is Derry Moyle as they run downhill towards the final mile, and Limestone Lad remains clear. 15 to 20 lengths in front, Istabraq in second, then Nomadic and Master Bevel, and Derry Moyle brings up the rear as they race between the wings, but no hurdle to be jumped here. Limestone Lad the leader, followed by Istabraq. Nomadic's third, then Master Bevel, and Derry Moyle is the back marker as they turn now to run back towards the straight, a long run to the fourth last, and Limestone Lad has the lead of 20 lengths. Istabraq's in second, Nomadic's in third, then Master Bevel and Derry Moyle driven along at the back of the field. They're coming towards the 6 furlong marker now with 4 to jump. Limestone Lad, another good leap in the lead, clear. Istabraq's in second, he's going to have to work. Nomadic's third, and behind Nomadic is Master Bevel. Derry Moyle is tailed off. They race towards the 5 furlong marker now, and Limestone Lad the leader by over a dozen lengths. Istabraq's beginning to make some ground now, and he's gone away from Nomadic and Master Bevel as they come towards the third last. Limestone Lad the leader, Istabraq's in second, a good 12 lengths between them, and a gap then of another 12 to Master Bevel, who's just gone third as they come to the third last. Limestone Lad and Shane McGovern over and clear. Istabraq's in second, but there's still over a dozen lengths between them. A long way back to Master Bevel and Nomadic as they start the run for home. Limestone Lad and Shane McGovern the leader. Istabraq's in second. There's over a dozen lengths between them as they turn towards the second last, and Limestone Lad, who's made it all. Istabraq's in second place. Charlie beginning to squeeze now, and they're clear of Master Bevel as they come towards the second last. Limestone Lad, Istabraq is closing the gap, but Limestone Lad still has the decisive advantage at the second last. Hits it, and Istabraq's closed the gap in second. They race towards the final flight now, and it's Limestone Lad from Istabraq who's closing. Down to the final flight, Limestone Lad, Istabraq's in second. Limestone Lad the leader, Istabraq's in second. Limestone Lad over Istabraq in second, landed a bit awkwardly. They race into the closing stages. Limestone Lad, Istabraq still coming on the near side. Limestone Lad digging deep. Istabraq's really having the battle, and Limestone Lad is holding him as they race up towards the line. Limestone Lad is going to win it. Limestone Lad overturns the champion hurler. Istabraq is second, and they're a long way clear of Master Bevel in third. Nomadic is fourth, being pursued by Derry Moyle. They've yet to get to the line, but an upset here in the big race. Number 3, Limestone Lad.